surprising impact. I'm not sure what Christmas is doing to you this year. It's doing something for me. Good morning. Got some nice little colors emerging here. Looking out from the Armenian quarter, Jewish quarter border near the southern side of the old city. You can see the old walls here. Come on, walls, where are you hiding? There we are. And we're looking out and we're seeing those nice colors. I've often been struck by a phenomenon that got a little clearer for me early this morning. And those of you that are over here, you're probably saying it's still early. But this was a while ago. So let's go for a little stroll here. We've got stuff to talk about. And you like the stroll side of it. And we're in Jerusalem. We don't get to stroll in Jerusalem very often here on Sunrise Stroll and Chat. And here you are. I welcome you all. So we're looking out over that hill where Solomon's had arranged temples for his wives' gods. Slightly problematic, to say the least of it. Got the bougainvilleas here in Jerusalem. It's very chilly this morning. At least chillier than Galilee, as usual. You want to take a bus ride? Actually, Jerusalem is bracing and Israel bracing for a total lockdown again for 2 or 3 weeks, connected with the vaccinations to make it watertight, God willing, for Corona. So we're waiting for the sun to rise. Somebody else is over here on the wall as well. Looks like they're a Jerusalem watchman looking for the sunrise. Walking down from the Mount Zion gate area. Oh, there's the sun. Look at it. There's the sun. Just right now it's peeping up. And we're in a lovely place to see it. I'm going to stop just to get this zeroed in for you guys here. It's already up, I saw it. You can begin to see it yourselves. That's not far now from Mount Nebo, okay? In Jordan, where the sun is. In our eye, in our view. And Madaba, the famous Madaba map. Which is look at that smile. And it's funny because that piece that you're seeing is white, I'm seeing with my naked eye is totally red. Which I don't understand, but there are probably some people here with knowledge of physics and light refraction and everything else that can tell us that. So you're seeing, at least I'm seeing on the screen, like red lips. And here the whole thing is red. I wonder why that is. And then we're going to keep walking here, otherwise I'll be an icicle. Shalom. And look up here, you have Mount Zion, the Dormition Abbey. Nice view here between the plants. And then Peter Gallicantu is over here. Oh, it's right here actually in front of our eyes. That's Peter Gallicantu roof there. Where the cock crew twice, three before, and Peter had denied Jesus 3 times, where Jesus was tortured. So we're coming down on the eastern side of the old city, heading east on the southern side, probably better said. So we're coming down from Mount Zion, so you can feel the mountain side of it, the hilly side of it. We're looking into the Kidron Valley all along here, going up to the Dead Sea. We've got this gorgeous sunrise. Yes, there was a watchman. He was looking for the sun too. And there he is photographing the sunrise. Maybe we'll get a picture of him and the sun together. And there's the corner of the Mount of Olives, big Jewish graveyard, the Ascension Tower, and the small one's the Pater Noster Tower. Got good pictures. Doesn't understand English or doesn't hear me. Good morning. Get good pictures? Hey, I'm going to go up there for a second as well. There's a bit of stairs here, so we'll just take advantage of this. Hey friend, shoot one more there, put up your camera. There he's getting the birds in the sunlight.
What?
You were shooting the bird in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Sind Sie Deutscher? Hey, look at that. That's nice, isn't it? I like it so red this morning for our topic as well. Shalom, thank you.
Right.
So people, I apologize about tossing you up and down and over and back there. But it was difficult to angle with the barrier that's here and the wall and the long legs of the camera. But these are very suggestive moments. Oops. Go down here, sir. Go down. I don't want you. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Thank you for your patience with me, people. There's a little sign coming up with a list of all the people that are watching, and I don't want to see that, and I'm trying to turn it off without turning you guys off. But let's be happy with that so far. We got this lovely sunrise over Jerusalem. There we are. So we're all peeping for the sunrise. Oh boy, it's chilly with the hens on the tripod, eh? I can't let you feel that directly, so I'll just tell you about it. So there we're looking at East Jerusalem. We're heading down towards the Western Wall. There we see the Al-Aqsa Mosque for the first time now. So people, what's our big story today? Well, it's always surprised me. It would seem like to a child like a party spoiler that the first feast day we have after Christmas Day is the martyrdom of Saint Stephen. Like, what's going on? Aren't we supposed to be celebrating Christmas? Aren't we supposed to be happy, having nice sweet things, nice Christmas music, nice decorations, colors, lights, and we're getting a martyr served up? What's going on here? And a couple of thoughts came together about that this morning. It's a big jump from Christmas Day to after Pentecost, and the community is growing, and there are tensions in the community. When there's a new baby in the family, a lot of things have to be rearranged, making space for more people. And the same way in the first community, there were complaints coming in from the widows of the Greeks. It's tough even today for a widow. But imagine back then, it was very difficult. And they felt that they were being neglected. And they spoke up. They wanted the situation remedied. And the community got together and did a wonderful remedy. That's not our topic today, but that's part of the background of the story. And one of the 7 who were appointed to serve their needs and to serve the needs of the community in a good way were deacons, and they had Greek names. And one of them was Stephanos, which means crown in Greek. So Stephanos was a very special guy, very upright, very passionate, very committed. Amazing guy, really. This is the entrance to the Western Wall, so I want to get a nice glimpse of that for you. So here we are at the Western Wall. Oh, the glass is reflecting it. So there we have people over there praying, just going in and coming out. It's like 24/7 at the Western Wall, always. And this is the reflection. Well, I don't know how that extra reflection is coming in here, but that's life. So let this cover for the western wall today. We already did a couple of good times on that. There you have it. It's behind the ramp there. And it's going to be timely now to go in and out with the camera going and everything with the security. So we leave that for another day, because we have a little destination down here. So let's keep walking. And we'll take advantage to see, we can see the wall here without the problem of the glass. How many people would be going in here in normal times? The main entrance, the women's entrance, the broken stones from the destruction of the temple, still there where they fell down almost 2,000 years ago. The ramp that we all have gone up there so often to access the Temple Mount. So people, let's get back to our story with Stephanus. Intriguing, like a surprising twist to Christmas, that we have this guy there. And what came very clear for me this morning is, Christmas is about overwhelming love. We can't fathom it, unfathomable love. Like how God would become so united with us. It's like one of the greatest news ever. After the fall in Genesis chapter 3, and we lose paradise. Like paradise was paradise because God was there. And then we're kicked out. So we're in tremendous trouble. And the good news is that he's back. I mean, he never left us, but he's back in a new way. He's back in the way of you're completely united to humanity. Inseparably united. Like these trees these branches are so united here. And that human nature and divine nature will never be separated again. Even crucifixion won't make it happen. Even persecution, even the Roman Empire. Nothing will break the connection between humanity and divinity. It's solidly, absolutely, totally, visibly, tangibly united. And this is huge news. It's actually bigger news than the most successful vaccine news that you could get about the COVID. It's extraordinary news. So we're just coming out the Dung Gate, guys. I'm sure you all know that that's the name of this gate. And if you don't believe me, I'll have to show you a sign. I'm not going to see a sign, but this is a view of it from here. And it's funny, I don't see a sign. Isn't that amazing? But it's called the Dung Gate, okay? And the sun is shining on it there this morning. So we're outside the walls again. And we're heading down here by the city of David. And now we're looking into the Kidron Valley again. East Jerusalem, Silvan. So this unfathomable love, this incomprehensible love, how God is so madly in love with us. Here we can peep into the excavations. Not sure how the light will let us do this, but there are amazing archaeological excavations in here. A lot of effort being made. But that's a story for another day. So, unfathomable love, unfathomable salvation, incredible gift. And when something good like this happens, it's like if you saw a triple rainbow with the brightest colors ever, you would call all the family out to see it. And you say, we got to see this, come out here, take a picture. You got to see it. Or you see somebody accomplishing amazing sports accomplishment or amazing emergency rescue mission. And you would call everybody. It's just breaking news. It's like amazing news. And so what's the most important thing to do then is tell the story. Give witness to this news. give witness that this unfathomable love has happened. And the word for witness in Greek is martyr. And languages evolves over time in terms of how we use it and the words we use, the meaning, the reference. And the word martyr then has gradually been solely used for those who give witness with their lives. And this is a very treasured word for the Christians, because when people lay down their lives, it's the greatest sign of love. When it's done out of love and fidelity. Loving fidelity. Hey guys, I tell you, it's pretty cold here. And that's nothing to Connecticut or any place else, because obviously Minnesota and Saskatchewan, you guys have it much colder there. So here we're looking down into the bare Kidron Valley. Kidron Brook. And then the cemetery area. We're not going to go down there today, people. We have another little destination. The pinnacle of the temple somewhere along here. We're on the southeastern corner of the old city here, just outside it. We're looking at Gethsemane, the Russian Orthodox church there, this beautiful golden onion domes. We'll see it closer later. And there we are seeing the sun emerge again from behind the buildings. So this amazing fact of giving witness. And one of the thoughts that came together with this was that with the birth of Christ, we're celebrating a martyr today. Then silhouette of the mosque there, of the minaret. One of the most amazing facts is that there's something much more important than death. Death is kind of scary, we don't like it. In fact, we're near graveyards here, so it's not a bad time to be talking about it. This is the Muslim graveyard all along the wall here, right up to the Lion's Gate and beyond, and the entire eastern wall actually. Here is the Jewish graveyard, and it wraps all around the back of that Mount of Olives to Bethany basically. It's all graves. And we have these very fancy graves here. And here we have explanations of the tombs. So this is the tomb of Zechariah, this square one. And then we have the tomb of Bene Hezir. And there's a cave here of Jehoshaphat. And the Pillar of Solomon. That's further over, so I don't see that right now. I think it's covered by the trees there. But we'll still see it in a moment. The walls of Jerusalem in the sunlight, in the rising sunlight. And here we have Gethsemane, the Church of All Nations, and the Russian Orthodox Church of Mary Magdalene. We obviously love to underscore that, coming from Magdala. Right there in the center of the screen. And then we have the Christian burials down here. And if you notice, we have big piles of clay, of dirt. Something is happening down here. And there was breaking news last week the Franciscans, working together with the Israeli Antiquities Authority, have uncovered a new excavation, a new reality from the Byzantine period, a 6th century church, which is very significant for many reasons, but also they found a ritual purification bath. So, can I tell you that there's something much more important than death, which has become so conscious to us through Corona, the pandemic, even though more people die from car accidents than from Corona, and from smoking. But the fact of death is so horrible, it's so repugnant to us. We don't want to die. We're made for life. We are all for life. And we don't want to die. And bereavement is always so painful, so distressful, so sad. There's something more important than the fact of death, and it is how we die. What's in our heart when we're dying? And since Jesus came around, there's very clear consciousness of resurrection. And since unfathomable love opened up in the world, we need to give witness to it. How do we give witness? And the first fact we have after Christmas in the liturgy is a martyr. The very first witness, the one who had the first crown of martyrdom, Stephanus, crowned by name and crowned by deed. So this is where the excavations are, people. Again, we're not going to do that detail today, but they're over here. Or maybe we can get around to it. So the reason I'm coming on this little itinerary today is to this monastery here and this church. And this is the monastery of Saint Stephen. And there's a little chapel there which is underneath the crossroads, underneath the junction. And this monastery of St. Stephen remembers this martyrdom and this witness to unfathomable love. It is of the Greek Orthodox, and there's a little chapel under the ground that will be open today. And at 4 o'clock the Franciscans will have a special procession on the feast of St. Stephen, celebrating God's victory in human weakness. And he gave witness. The reason he was stoned to death was right here at the temple area, was that he claimed to have a vision of God, the power, the glory of God, and Jesus sitting at his right hand. And this was enough for the death sentence by stoning to death. And so we have our first great witness to unfathomable love, to definitive victory, definitive unity of God and man, never to be broken again, no matter what the trials are, no matter what the sins are, no matter what the scandals are, no matter what the wars are, the injustices, the bad example of many Christians ordained or baptized. Despite all of these huge problems that have afflicted the community of disciples and the world since we began 2,000 years ago, God and man would not be broken apart. And Stephen is witness to the triumph of humanity. Right now we're walking on top of the cave. It's under these cars. It's under this street. And I'll show you the entrance in a second. We can't go in now. It's too early. It's not open. I checked last night and it wasn't possible to get in this morning. But I'll show you the entrance. And maybe I'll do a little live stream later today before we head back to Galilee to hopefully show you the inside. So this is the entrance right here. Okay? That's the Greek flag here at the Chapel of St. Stephen. And this is their main church here. The Holy Monastery of St. Stephen. Father Epiphanius is such a nice person, and he is going to welcome me later today, God willing. And then we just get closer to Gethsemane. We're gone over time, I think, but I want to show you the excavations, which I have not visited nor had an explanation directly. But there was a lot in the news recently. And here they found the mikvah, the ritual bath, and the 6th century church. So I'm just going to forget about the time limit and just take you there to get a close look. Oh, it's all boarded up here so people aren't able to look in very closely, but let's see how close we can get. Here we are now at the Church of Gethsemane. You can see the Russian Orthodox one of Mary Magdalene behind. So I'm sure we're past the excavations. They have covered this very intelligently, very strategically. So here we are. This is the closest I've gotten to see the excavations, just so we're doing it together, people. Your Magdala family. And here we are. So I have no explanation of the detail here on site. So you just have to say that you saw it. And this is a nice spot also to conclude as we look up through this monastery of the Greek Orthodox. As we look up further, St. Stephen's Gate is up there, the Lion's Gate, the Sheep Gate, St. Anna's Gate, so many names for that gate. And here the walls of Jerusalem and the Golden Gates. People, it's been such a delight to be with you today. I want to say thank you for joining. Thank you for your prayers. You see, I do feel it's a little chilly here, even though you're laughing at me in Alaska and in Minneapolis and in Norway. But something about all of this temperature is also relative. A human being gets used to different things. 14 years living here, and you get used to milder winters than I was raised with. So people, you're looking here at St. Stephen Monastery just over my shoulder. And we say goodbye. God bless you. See you later.